Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are here in Pearl Harbor in Honolulu, Hawaii. This is going to be a bit more of a serious episode. We are here to check out some of the sunken ships that are here. Look at some of the museums. Look at any of all the artifacts. There is a lot to see and do here, and definitely something that I highly recommend doing if you guys are here visiting Honolulu, Hawaii for the first time. I've been here several times. This is Coda's first time here. I'm super excited to head on inside. Let's go inside and check out the museums and see if we can head on a boat and go and check out some of the sunken ships. Keep in mind, guys, when you come here, there are no bags permitted inside the Pearl Harbor area at all. Includes backpacks, purses, fanny packs, camera bags or large cameras, luggage, diaper bags, or shopping bags. You are completely SOL with bags. We just had to walk back to the car and put our bag. Yeah, there is bag storage available, but you got to pay for that. So we were just decided to walk back to the car. Alright, so a little bit of a bummer. They are out of tickets to actually get on a boat and go over towards the Arizona Memorial. Unfortunately, the boat dock is damaged and needs repairs, so no one's actually able to get up onto the memorial itself, the big white thing that you see out in the water. So the boat rides are just taking people right up next to the Arizona Memorial, but you can't actually get up on it, and they are out of tickets for that, unfortunately, today. So that kind of sucks, but we're just gonna walk around, look at a couple of other things, and see what else there is to do here on the islands. There are a couple of other tours you can do. You can tour one of the battleships that are off that way. There's a submarine over here that you can take a tour of. You can take a tour of some of the other airplane hangars that are around here. So let's walk around here, see what there is to do, and maybe next time we'll be able to get onto the actual memorial itself. So if you were to come early and actually take the boat ride, this is what you would actually do. You take the boat out here to the memorial itself. This is the dock portion that's a bit damaged, I guess. That's why this whole thing is closed off. You can't actually get in there right now, but normally you could walk in here, and this would be in the back, all the men and women who lost their lives on December 7th, 1941 during the attack of Pearl Harbor. And you can see the Arizona is actually submerged still in the water to this day. You have gun turrets over here that are still poking out of the water and some other things like that. If you actually go out onto the boat, onto this memorial, and you look out, you can actually still see some residual oil still coming out of the ship, and you can kind of tell in this darker area over here, like some of the oil that still just comes up out of the water, out of the ship and into the water. And it's so surreal. The last time I was here, I was out there and I was able to do that, and to be able to look over and see some of the oil coming out is actually pretty insane. And another thing too that's worth mentioning is that this ship went down with a bunch of different sailors inside, so they never actually managed to get some of these sailors out of this ship. So this is like their permanent resting place. All these sailors who died on the Arizona, the ship sank, and none of the sailors were able to get out. The majority of the sailors weren't able to get out, so there's still people inside the Arizona, which is crazy to think of. Looking out over the water, all those little white buoys that you see there, I don't know what else to call them. All those little white buoys that you see out there are the locations of some of the ships that were attacked and bombed and sank during the attack of Pearl Harbor, and they each have different names on the ships as well, the names of the ships. It's crazy to come out here and to you know, see the USS Missouri that's right there. You can actually take a tour of that battleship. It's crazy to come out here and to just think about how many ships were here, and just imagine being here at this spot on December 7th, 1941, and to see the attack unfolding and all the different planes flying around and just attacking these ships and dropping bombs in the water, all the torpedoes and everything. It's got to be insane. And every time I come back here, I just think, and it's just a little awe-inspiring to to just think about that. So over there you have the main visitor center. That's where you walk in. You have your ticket booths over here. That's where you can get your tickets to visit the different memorials, the Arizona and the Missouri and everything. This is the theater that you walk into where you watch a little film before hopping onto one of those boats that are right there, and you go out to the memorial itself. And there's a bunch of different pathways that's got a bunch of different plaques and everything, and informational signs that tell the story of what happened that day and how everything unfolded. I really like this quote. "Few islanders went to bed that night. Outdoors there was silence. Shortly before midnight the moon began to rise, and the vivid lunar rainbow, the old Hawaiian omen for victory, arched over the dark city." This is definitely one of my favorite informational signs that we have here. The different types of vessels that we had out here. It's got all the names, the type, the hull, and the location, and it actually tells you whether or not it was sunk, heavy, or moderate damage. So all these in red were sunk. These other ones are the ones that sustained some damage. And a lot of the ones that were sunk are the ones that have their little memorial buoys out there. The little white buoys, like that right there, that right there. Those are the memorial buoys, and they list the names of the ships and where they were when they sunk. This is a bit more of a visual right here. You got the Arizona right here. We are about right here. That's right about where we are right now. And you can look out and see the different vessels and where they were attacked and where they were sunk. So we have the Nevada, the Arizona, Virginia, Oklahoma, and California. All these other ships were attacked, and some of them sank or either had heavy damage. This is just absolutely insane to think about. So like I was saying earlier, this is Ford Island. The Arizona is over here, which you can visually see right there. That is the Battleship Missouri. So you can take a tour. This bridge leads over to Ford Island, which is right here. It's a big military base, and you can come to take a tour of the Missouri, which is going to be right about here in location to what it looked like in 1941. So this map is a little faded, but one thing that I also want to point out that a lot of people tend to forget is that the attack of Pearl Harbor wasn't just isolated to Pearl Harbor. It was across the entire island. This is Diamond Head for reference. So you have Pearl Harbor that's right about here, and these are showing some of the different bases that were also attacked as well. So the first wave came up from right over here and flew over these mountains and came right over here and started attacking some of these bases before finally making their way over to Pearl Harbor. And these are some of the pictures that were taken from that day during the attack. You see the different ships. The Arizona is already completely underwater, engulfed in flames after the attack, and shows an aerial that he can field, dry dock, Battleship Row, Ford Island. That's all from about this perspective right here, and just all this was completely engulfed in flames. You got the anti-aircraft fire burst. This is really touching. This is one of the anchors from the USS Arizona that's actually sank. It's the memorial out there, and there's a bunch of flowers and leis, and people here still remembering and honoring the ones who lost their lives during that attack. Check this submarine out, guys. This is the USS Bowfin. It's a fully functional submarine. Crazy how you can go up there and you can get an up close look at some of the gun turrets that were up there and everything. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but on the side over there you see all those flags, those Japanese flags, and I think the one French flag. I think those are ships that they've attacked and successfully sunk. I'm not entirely sure. Just like visually representing the number of ships that they've attacked and sunk. I'm not too sure. But you can actually pay to go on there and go down inside the submarine and take a tour of the submarine. It's a self-guided tour, so you just kind of walk around at your own leisure. So out here they have a bunch of different torpedoes out on display. And, you know, I was telling Coda earlier that the reason why torpedoes work so well in Pearl Harbor on the attack is that, you know, a typical torpedo, when it gets into the water, it has to do a huge arc to come back up and then level out to go straight forward. On an average torpedo like this one, Pearl Harbor is really shallow, so the Japanese came over earlier. You know, they had people come to the island and do, you know, recon work and research, and the reason why the Japanese were able to use torpedoes was because they modified the end of the torpedoes with wooden blocks. And so just simple little wooden blocks. They looked like little cues, but they went onto the back of the torpedo. The little wooden blocks went on the back of the torpedo like this. They had one connected right here and another one connected like that. And with that modification, instead of the torpedo taking the huge arc and going back up to level out, as soon as it hit the water, it immediately just leveled out. And it just went straight forward. That's why they were able to do so much damage here in Pearl Harbor. Just simple little wooden blocks is what managed to do so much damage to these torpedoes. Absolutely insane. You know, I'm over here saying that this is going to be a little bit more of a serious episode, but damn, it's kind of jacked up. This is like a tumbler or something. I don't know, but you can pop the top off of this. You can pop the top off of this, and it's a cup. What the heck? Why is this a thing? Why does this need to be a thing? So does anyone else find it just a tad bit scummy that they turned this whole area into like a big tourist attraction, and they have gift shops selling merchandise for some of this stuff? Like, I kind of put it on par with, like, if they were to open up a gift shop at the 9/11 site. Like, does that really need, does all this really need to be here? Like, I don't know, that's just me. It just feels a little scummy. One thing that I do think is really cool is that they have the paper from the day after. Yeah, it's the day after Pearl Harbor. St. Louis Star, the world famous paper, war declared. This is really cool. I really like this, actually. They're $4.95. I really like this. And it's got like multiple pages too. Like, this is the exact same paper that they had back in the day. That is insane. And look, they even have little comic strips on the back too. In addition to the different displays that they have outside, they do have museums on the inside. Now, you do have to pay to get inside these museums. You can get access to museums if you do purchase a ticket to the Bowfin, which I think is one of the cheaper options here. So if you get a ticket to take a tour of the submarine that I showed you outside, you can get access into these different museums. And there is a lot of cool stuff in here to look at. Alright guys, so that is going to do it from us here at the Pearl Harbor Historical Sites. It was very interesting, very informative. There's definitely a lot to see and do. It can definitely last most of the day if you decide to upgrade to some of the other additional packages that they have, where you can either go to Ford's Island and take a tour of the Missouri, or go on the Bowfin, the submarine, or take a tour of some of the airplane hangars that they have on Ford Island. And then you can also, if you arrive early enough, get a reservation to go out on a boat to the Arizona Memorial, which is currently closed at the moment because, like I said earlier, they are doing repairs on the dock, so no one is able to get on the memorial itself, but you are able to take a boat and get really close to the Arizona. So definitely something that I highly recommend doing, to come here and to check out this historic site and to see where everything happened on December 7th, 1941. Yeah, what did you think of it?
It was cool.
It was cool?
It was cool.
Was it something that you were looking forward to, you know, to seeing? Yeah? You happy that you came here?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright guys, so definitely, again, not an entire day thing unless you decide to do like all the tours. So definitely don't plan on being here throughout the whole day. There are places to have lunch. They do sell food here. They have little picnic areas. Just be aware that you can't bring bags inside the facility. They do have a bag lockers area that you can purchase lockers and put your stuff away. So yeah. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment down below, let me know what you guys thought of the video. Have you guys ever been here before? What was your experience? Just let me know. Let's start a conversation down in the comment section below. If you are new to the channel and you want to see more, definitely hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, get notified every time I upload a new video onto this channel. We are getting close to 2,000 subscribers, guys. That is absolutely insane. The amount of support that you guys have shown to this channel over the last few weeks has been mind-blowing. So thank you guys so much. So with that, we are off and we will see you guys in the next video.